Congratulations, you are done with your Module 1. Let us proceed with your Module 2 in Mathematics 9. So this time our topic is solving quadratic equations by extracting the square roots. So before we do that, we will have a review on what are those numbers that are perfect squares. So they are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196. So those are perfect squares. We will be needing that one in extracting the square roots of quadratic equation. So let's have our first example. Solve the following quadratic equations by extracting the square root. In solving quadratic equations, our aim here is to find the value of x. So since that is quadratic equations, there are two values of x. So the first given is x squared minus 16 is equal to 0. In your module, there is a solution there. Write the equation in the form of x squared is equal to k. Actually, this explanation here in your module is quite complicated. Na ay masayo na kung isulti katagtaod. So we have to, I explain to you ang content sa module. So we have to write the equation in the form x squared is equal to k, meaning ang constant ibalhin nato sa right side. Since our given is x squared minus 16 is equal to 0, so ang 16 ibalhin nato sa right side. Para mabalhin na siya, we will be using addition property of equality. Ang left side plus natog 16, ang right side plus natog 16. Or para mas dali na ito masabtan, i-transpose ang negative 16, mahimo na positive 16. Pero wag yung word nga transpose sa addition property of equality ang process ana. So since 16 is greater than 0, mas dako man ang 16 kaysa 0, then the first property above can be applied to find the values of x that will make the equation x squared minus 16 true. X squared minus 16 equals 0 true. So how can we make this the equation true? So matrue na yung equation if we get the square root of x squared and the square root of 16. So the square root of 16, we all know that the root of a square, duha na siya, positive and negative. So therefore, our answer is positive and negative 4. So to check, we will substitute the values of our original equation. So to check if our answer 4 is correct, atong i-substitute ang 4 to the given equation yung x squared minus 16 is equal to 0. We will substitute 4 to x squared, so that will become 16. 16 minus 16 is still equivalent to 0. So 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 4 is correct. What if x is equal to negative 4? Again, we'll substitute negative 4 to x squared, so this will become negative 4 squared. So negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Minus 16 is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 0. Gyapon. Both values satisfy the given equation. So the equation x squared minus 16 equals 0 is true. So our answer here is x is equal to 4 and x is equal to negative 4. So di ara ang mas dali nga pag-solve aning extracting the square root. Ang una gininyong buhaton is you have to identify if the first term and the second term are perfect squares. If those are perfect squares, then you can extract the root. So, duha na ka binomial lang atong answer. Ibutang na to ang square root sa x squared, ibutang na to sa first term, sa first binomial, o first term sa second binomial. Human kay minus man ni siya, extracting the square root man, minus man ni dire, so ang iyahang binomial product no, sum and difference. So, mo na plus or minus. Then you get the square root of 16, which is 4, mo na x plus 4 and x minus 4. Then equate each binomial to 0. So x plus 4 is equal to 0 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. So addition property of equality or sa atong term transpose, ang positive 4, it will become negative 4. So therefore, x is equal to negative 4. And this negative 4 here, transpose ito, may muna ang positive 4. So therefore, x is equal to positive 4. Another example, solve the following quadratic equation by extracting the square root. So the given is 4x squared minus 49 is equal to 0. So the square root of 4x squared, that is 2x. And the square root of 49 is 7. So the first term is 2x. The second term is 7. Then plus or minus na ang duha ka binomial since extracting the square root man ang ato ang process. Equate each to 0. So 2x plus 7 equals 0. 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. So using addition property of equality, 2x is equal to negative 7. Then 2x here, the negative 7 will become positive. Then find x. So therefore, x is equal to negative 7 over 2. And kaning usasad, x is positive 7 over 2. So in your worksheet 1.3, solving quadratic equation by extracting square root, na dire 1 up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 up to 6. Kanang box din na anan niyo isuwat ang yung final answer din ha. But supposed to be the given there is, you should equate the a to 0 ha, ang given. Kuan na, technical error na diya. That is supposed to be 16x squared minus 144 is equal to 0. Equate all those equation statement there to 0. Okay, quadratic equations man, so it should be equated to 0. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you.